Disclaimer, this video actually took me a couple of months to make. Granted, it was supposed to be due months ago, but whatever. Today we're going to be looking at Megaman X5. Surprisingly, a game that's not talked about a lot by a lot of people for some magical reason. So, today we're going to look at the story, bosses, armors, and the music of this game. And those are going to be the 4 categories. Starting with the story, non-spoilerly. The story takes place a few months after Megaman X4, in which Sigma started a war with the city, and he hired a mercenary named Dynamo to kind of spearhead this war. I don't know what to call it. Sigma's just attacking the city. Let's just call it that, I guess. Sigma's a weird guy now. Or a virus. Depending on how you look at it. Anyway. It's up to you as X-Zero to stop this war from happening on the city. When you start off with X, you actually gain the armor from X4, but Zero loses his buster. And if you start off with Zero, Zero gains a buster, and X does not start off with the armor. This all culminates to a statue in which Sigma's head pop out of, and it's weird, and nobody can tell me it's not, which leads to a very interesting boss fight. After this is all said and done, you get back to the Maverick base and you learn that Sigma started a comet and it's coming straight for Earth. You have 16 hours, so you have multiple choices to make and multiple bosses to fight in multiple different ways. Oh, before I get started with anything, I'd just like to put one crucial thing that they added to this game, and a lot of people haven't realized it yet, but we'll get to that. I've made a song for you guys. Here we go. Rape included. Is it not? So consider this rape. Disclaimer. Sounds a little bad. I just realized that after I made the song. Oh wow. Get this thing started. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Ooh. Woo-hoo. Duck it. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Duck it. Duckin', duckin', duckin'. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em, duck it. Yeah, yeah. Duck it. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Yeah, yeah. You better duck it. Duck 'em. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Duckin' it. Duck it. You better duck it. Slash. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Duckin' it. Kidney stones. Duckin' it. Duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Screaming, duckin'. Duckin' it. Better duck it. You better duck 'em, duck 'em, duck 'em. Just duck it. Duck it all. X5. Hey guys, let's get started with these bosses. These bosses are based off of Guns N' Roses, so forgive me if they sound kind of similar to you. First we got Axel the Red, then we got Dark Dizzy, Madarex, Duff McWhaley, Grass Izzy Glow, the Skeever, Squid Adler, and of course you obviously know the last boss and all that stuff, but I'm not going to really talk about those guys. Most of these bosses are actually really cool. I also like the fact that every time you go to a boss with one of the characters, they react to one of the characters a little differently. Grizzly Slasher have fond memories of Zero, while Squid Adler will have fond memories of X. The only gripe I have about these bosses is some of these bosses do suffer from Spark Mantle Syndrome, aka you get hit with your weapon and you try to do exactly what you just did 2 seconds ago. which is literally going to be in a repeat loop until you win and beat the boss. But I digress. I actually like these bosses, and I like the bosses after these bosses and everything. But I'm not going to spoil anything because that's not what I do. That's what I do here with my visor. Alright guys, let's start playing around now. Let's go on to the armors and everything. Get that out the way, and then we end with the music. This section isn't actually going to be really long. It's actually a little short. But let's get started. We have 4 armors in this game. I'm going to start with the Force armor. The Force armor is the armor you get for Megaman X4. It's the armor you get for starting off with X. It actually does the same thing as X4 when you think about it. We have the Falcon armor, which allows you to fly and has a Giga attack. It has a piercing charge shot. The Gaia armor, which allows you to run on spikes and stick to walls and has a very powerful shot but can't dash and can't use special weapons. And we have the Ultimate armor, Nova Strike. Enough said. This game has some of the best Mega Man music of all time, going from Slash Grizzly stage to the Zero stage to Dynamo's theme. Just the music of this game is just superb to me. Even the final boss theme. Granted, I think the second one is kind of dumb, but you know, the first one is actually really amazing. Even the starting of themes and the boss music. We're gonna start on that. And before I end this, the reason why I didn't talk about the gameplay a lot in this one is because simple. It's literally the same as X4. Some of the same moves for Zero as well. But I would like to recommend that you buy this game along with X4 because, hey, they're both really great games. So I would recommend a buy for this game. It isn't really a review, it's just, you know, a recommendation for a game like this. So that wraps it up for this edition of, I don't know what you would call it, I guess, on why you would buy this game. Oh well. See you guys later. Visor out.